Jeg Shamash! Today I make review for Borat's subsequent movie film. Earlier this year I'd actually been saying I would really like Sacha Baron Cohen to make a new Borat movie. I figured it couldn't have been a better time politically, and there were definitely a lot of people living in the glorious nation of US&A who hadn't seen the first film and could totally have been duped by him in a bunch of great gags. Then we learned there in fact had been a new movie that was filmed entirely in secret, just like we heard about El Camino last year.
I go to America!
As the very normal human being that I am, I was absolutely hyped. Sacha is on a roll lately. He was one of the highlights of the trial of the Chicago 7 just last week, and I thoroughly enjoyed much of his recent television show, Who is America?
Head, shoulders, not the toes, not the toes. Fire!
That show is the closest thing I think he's done to Borat in recent memory. They're both the kind of things that'll make you go, wow, there are some crazy-ass people living among us. I don't mean political beliefs, I mean some crazy-ass people.
Oh, no. Hey, I didn't imply anybody here is racist. Of course not.
I am. I'm racist toward Muslims.
In that show, he taught a guy a self-defense class about intimidating terrorists by making them gay. If that made you say yikes, it means you're a human being. What will make you say even more yikes is that that was a state representative from Georgia who was not in on the joke and was giving it his all.
Now I am going to teach you how to use your buttocks to intimidate ISIS.
Subsequent movie film continues this wonderfully exploitative trope, but lessens a bit in comparison to the first film. What this film does have, though, that the other doesn't, is Borat's daughter, Tutar, played by Maria Bakalova, who is the unexpected heart and soul of the movie. She was just as committed as Cohen and brings up some unique laughs you just wouldn't get from him.
This is a bag that just goes over the dress.
They're nice.
I really like this.
He was just as committed as Cohen and brings some unique laughs that you just wouldn't get from him. Together they take 2020 America by storm. Borat learns that America is not the same country that it was 14 years ago when he had previously been here.
People may recognize my face. I would need disguises.
This man is sex criminal? No, no sex criminal.
And Tutar learns many new things about herself.
Come with me, let's run away from our daddies. Let's go and put our hands together and touch our vagines.
We're so glad you're here. Thank you.
I'm not saying it's deep or anything, it's the opposite. What I am trying to say is that it works really well as a cohesive film rather than just a sketch show. Sometimes that's a good thing, and other times not so much. I don't want to spoil any of the jokes, but I would have to say that this movie was nowhere near as funny or crazy as the first movie, but I was laughing consistently throughout the 90-minute runtime. Even if there were some interactions that were downright impossible to believe.
Would you make a sex attack with me?
If your father was not here.
I do want to mention, though, that there was this one scene with Borat and these two old ladies in a synagogue that was one of the sweetest things I've ever seen. So while it may not have been great, it was still very nice. I'm going to give Borat's subsequent movie film 7 out of 10. Dziękuję.